am Dr. Suraj Chirania. I am a hematologist and transplant physician treating both adult as well as pediatric hematological disorders. My area of interest is mainly transplant in various hematological disorders. I am a consultant at HCG Cancer Hospital, Borivali. Sickle cell anemia is one of the main hematological disorders we encounter in our day-to-day practice. Just I need to make you aware what is sickle cell anemia and what is basically sickle cell disease. Sickle cell disease is a disorder of red blood cells. The red blood cells having function to carry out oxygen to various part of our body through a proteins called as hemoglobin. As there is hemoglobin is affected in sickle cell anemia, the normal RBC cell size is a biconcave shape, and basically it is a disc shape. Disc shape means it's a half filled balloon, so that it can pass through the various small vessels in our body. In sickle cell anemia, this disc shaped RBC becomes sickle, so that they clog the various veins and arteries in our circulation, leading to the decreased oxygen supply to our the body organs. So it causes disruption of the blood and the oxygenation to various parts. So this disease leads to mainly a pain crisis because decreased supply of the oxygenation to various part of our body, mainly affecting the chest, limbs, back basically. And because of this multiple disruption in the supply chain, many organs are affected, like spleen, liver, kidneys are also affected. So the symptoms mainly of sickle cell anemia is a severe body pain, repeated episodes of crisis, repeated episodes of infection. There can be swelling over the arms and limbs. There can be ulcers mainly on the lower part of the legs, and sometimes there can be severe anemia, can be leading to a requirement of the blood transfusion. These are the mainly symptoms of the sickle cell anemia. Right now we are all facing the COVID pandemic. The sickle cell patient have to take care of themselves more compared to a normal population, because sometimes their crisis episodes are triggered by the infection. That is the most hazardous scenario in sickle cell anemia. This leads to a increased requirement of the oxygenation, because already they have a limited oxygenation supply in the body, and the COVID will increase this oxygen demand. So these people are more prone to get a crisis, and the chances of infection are also higher in these patients. The other thing is the severity of crisis is more. Joints are involved more, so that there is a very terrible pain. They usually doesn't respond to a normal analgesic that they usually respond. So to prevent this, basically in COVID pandemic, the primary prevention is better. So to avoid hand washing, staying indoors, avoiding the unnecessary activities, and taking the vaccine shot as soon as possible. These are the main things in the prevention of COVID. And overall, for sickle cell anemia, there is a primary prevention and the secondary prevention. So primary prevention, when we marry to a girl or a boy which is related to each other, that is a consanguineous marriages. In that, prenatal testing is advised to so that the sometimes sickle cell trait can be there in the married couple that is undetected, that in turns can cause a sickle cell anemia to a child. So prenatal testing is premarital counseling and prenatal testing is advised. That is primary prevention. Secondary prevention means we have to avoid any infection and dehydration, going to the high altitude, that can increase the requirement for oxygen. And the other things are, we need to give antibiotic prophylaxis with penicillin. Then they have to take a vaccine shot every yearly. The usual treatment for the sickle cell anemia is hydroxyurea and the medical management, so that to increase the percentage of the normal hemoglobin. But these are only preventive measures. The only curative option is a bone marrow transplant. But bone marrow transplant is not advised for every sickle cell anemia patients. There are specific indication for bone marrow transplant, like repeated incidence of the stroke, means there are chances of the cerebrovascular events leading to paralysis of the arms or limbs. This is a dreaded complication. If it happens, then it requires transplant. Second is a frequent bone crisis requiring the admissions and the repeated infections. These are the second indication. Third is the Rh isoimmunization, means the patient will have antibodies against the blood cells leading to a hemolysis, leading to anemia. So this is also one of the major complication in sickle cell anemia. If there's things happen, then bone marrow transplant is the only options. Now in India, especially at SCG, the bone marrow transplant facility is available. If patients is having one of the indication that I am stated above is there, then we can offer a bone marrow transplant as a curative option with a donor, as should be a sibling or parents or any matching or half match family member. Thank you.